Okay, I'm going to try not to move around too much here. Several of you have asked me to show how I store my decks and like my deck collection, not like a show me every deck, which I think is smart because I do have quite a few decks at this point in time in my life, and that would be like an hour-long video, I think. So today I'm going to show you like a little bit of how I store my decks. I'm not going to show you all of my decks because I do have multiple altars in my house, and I'm not going to show every altar in my house right now, but I am going to show you like the majority of my collection and what I do with my cards, so you can get an idea of that. So this is like my main altar in my bedroom, and you can see that I have decks out now. This is a really deck heavy altar. I don't tend to always have this many decks out, but just with everything going on right now, yeah, well, this has been since one of Vincent's toys. Just with everything going on right now, I'm using a lot more decks than normal in my personal practice. That's also incense over there. I like to leave some of that out after my incense burns down just as an offering. As many of you know, Isis is my main deity, and so the altar is set up in her honor, but you can see I have the Viking Oracle, the Duality deck, Fairies Oracle, Fallen Angels Oracle. Those are my kick-ass decks right now. The Isis Oracle, Line Strider, the True Black, Journey into the Hidden Realms Tarot, and the Dream Keepers Tarot. Now, you'll also see that, so for the decks that I have out, now up here, so I like to leave my decks out to breathe. So that's the Dreams of Gaia, Visions of Gaia, Dreams of Gaia Tarot. Visions of Gaia, I always get that one confused. It's the Raven Feeling deck that I love, but I'm struggling building a relationship with. Heart of Fairies Oracle and the Messenger Oracle there. Postcards from Spirit is there. You can see underneath here I have the Dark Mirror Oracle and the Oracle of Emanations. They're like hidden decks because it just feels appropriate, like they're there, but they kind of have a nice hum, and I like them to be in the background as a structure. So I have guidebooks there for my decks that are out, and I have guidebooks out here so that, with my journals and all that good stuff, so that I can connect with those decks whenever I feel like it, and I don't have to go searching for the box for the guidebooks. I have a lot of candles, as you can tell, and when I do my room tour you'll see. So when I put decks on vacation, because I'm about to show you this, which is my decks that are kind of on vacation, but they're still out for use. But when I put decks on vacation, they go in this drawer. This is my art drawer in right underneath my altar. So you can see them there, and they're in with my art supplies. I don't know, some of you know that like my art and my altar supplies are all very sacred to me. My mother is an artist and was an artist, and I work in quite a few different mediums. So you can see that all my art supplies are there, and then I have my decks who are sleeping. I usually try to get like elastic band or some type of like organza bag for them so that they can sleep. And I have multiples of Tarot of Vampires. That's another Tarot of Vampires in there. So I'll kind of stack them as it feels appropriate. Like the Messenger Oracle likes to be with the Goddesses Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. I can't remember what she named that one off the top of my head. There's the Messenger Oracle. This is the Ludi Lesket and the Mary L. The Mary L's about to come out again though. And oh, the Little Monsters Tarot, which is one of my favorite tarot decks of all time. The Hermetic Tarot, there's the Wooden Tarot. Like, you can actually see that I don't have a whole ton. There's the Rackham Tarot. Tarot of the Haunted House. Chicoli Tarot. This is an original tarot deck from one of my teachers from the 70s, which I will not be showing, but is wrapped up in her silk scarf. So when they're on vacation, and I say to you guys like a deck is on vacation, then they're in here with my art supplies just kind of sleeping and chilling. I like to leave that one that way because I love that death card. So that's how that looks. You might notice I don't have a whole lot of decks on vacation because, I mean, to some people this is a large collection of decks. For a lot of other people this is not. And I have gifted probably a ton of decks over the years. I have gifted a ton of decks over the years. So if I had not gifted any decks, I would probably have a collection almost twice this size. But you know when it's time to let decks go. So over the years, when I first really started collecting decks, I did not keep the boxes. But because I've moved a lot over the last few years, I have learned that keeping the boxes, especially when they're nice boxes like Blue Angel or these nice tins, it's really important to keep the boxes. So that's what I've done. And then I just happen to, these bookshelves were given to me and I'm going to be painting them all black, but I happen to enjoy looking at them, so they're in my bedroom. Also, I record readings and videos for the channel up here, and so it's nice to have easy access for to my decks for each and every client, so each and every client gets the exact right deck that they need. So you can see, you know, they're kind of stacked. I like that look. I enjoy lots of books and lots of decks and things on shelves stacked, and it feels very lived in to me. So and you can see behind here, like, again, I'm not gonna like read off everything that I have, but also the guidebooks for the Gods and Titans and Goddess and Sirens deck is back there too, because I have an altar, which I will show you in one moment. I have another altar where those are. So then you see here, we've got some more, and then I have some books back here. But there are some other decks back here too. So it's Dreams of Gaia, not Visions of Gaia. There we go. I always call it the wrong thing. So there's that there. So let me just try to put that back nicely. So that's that right there. And then here, this is a secondary altar to Santa Marta. And here I have other decks that I use a lot. I like to keep Goddesses and Sirens and Gods and Titans on one of my altars at all time, because I use them for ritual working. So those are there. This is the Night Sun Tarot, Wooden Oracle, the Foxfire Kitsune deck that fell. I love the tuck box for the Santa Marta Tarot, so that's there. There's Santa Marta Tarot, statue of Santa Marta, and then I don't vape. This is something else entirely, but it is part of the altar right now. So yeah, you can see that does not want to stay up. So you can see that the decks are all out there. Yeah, and those is my little offering box. So that's kind of like this area, and I still have some things that I'm working on. As you can tell, I've been reconstructing my altar with everything that's been going on. But yeah, that is my setup. That's kind of how I store my decks. Most of my decks are out. Oh, I forgot to show you this too. So this is the Moonchild Tarot here. These are these awesome fringe boxes, match boxes that one of my friends got for me. And then the She-Wolf Tarot, because I fucking adore this box, is out. And then also the Prisma Visions Tarot, because that box is just so beautiful to me. So that's the setup. I do have a few other altars in the house with tarot and oracle decks on them, but I think you get the gist of how I do it. I know some of you had asked me to please like share that how I do all of that stuff, how I keep all of that stuff. And as you can see, like really, I don't have as many as some other readers out there in YouTube land do. And again, I've given a lot of decks away. I gift decks and decks get gifted to me in return. I feel like it's a beautiful process that just, it's a cyclical process that handles itself naturally. So yeah, so that's it, guys. But for those of you who had asked about how I store things on vacation, like, I'll just show that to you one more time in case you, I don't know, you really feel like you need to see it. I just try to keep them together, you know, nicely stacked, and I try to keep decks that are friends together, and stack them in such a way that I can access them, but they're also with other things that feel like really special to me that I use as part of my own spiritual practice and hobbies, etc. So yeah, so that's that. It's really that simple. It's not that exciting, but there it is. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Much love, many blessings, guys.